Netanyahu very frustrated with President Obama and very disturbed by what he hears about a U.S. nuclear deal with Iran. Senator Rob Portman met with Netanyahu over the weekend. He also has some concerns. He joins us. Nice to see you, Senator.
Greta, good to be with you again.
You met with the Prime Minister. What's he saying about the current state of affairs?
He's worried. He's concerned about what's happening in the neighborhood. It's a pretty, dangerous and volatile place. So he's looking at Hezbollah in Lebanon. He's looking at Hamas and Gaza. He's looking at what's happening in Syria now, which is, becoming more and more dangerous. And then finally, the existential threat, which is Iran. He also, made the point publicly when I was there, as well as to me, that this is also about funding. It's about relieving the sanctions at a time when Iran is involved, as the State Department tells us, as the #1 state sponsor of terrorism in the world.
Does he see, though, the agreement? It seems inevitable. I mean, he has been quite outspoken about the agreement with Iran and not wanting Iran to have any ability to enrich. And it looks like if there is a deal, there will be some enrichment capability, which means that if you listened to before, that he's going to go alone and make sure that doesn't happen. But has he made any sort of statement about the inevitability of this agreement and what is he's going to do?
Well, what he has said publicly, which is, what he said to me, is he doesn't want Iran to become a threshold nuclear power. And by the way, it's not just him, it's the countries in the region. So you've heard the Gulf states say the same thing. You've heard Egypt and the Saudis and the Emirates and others express similar concerns because a threshold nuclear power means that, in a short period of time, they could become an extremely dangerous country, even more dangerous than they are now. And again, it's this connection to all these terrorist groups, some of which are, affecting the Middle East and the region, but as you can see in Yemen, they're broadening their reach, and it affects all of us.
Is he speaking to President Obama?
I'm sure he is. I know they spoke after the election.
That's a long time ago. For such a serious issue, that's a long time ago.
I'm sure he is. I know Secretary Kerry's on his way back to Israel soon to talk to him, and it's really important that we have a constant dialogue with them, and we stand with them. I mean, Israel is the one democracy in the region. They're our true friend. If we're not standing with them, the place will be even more volatile, the Middle East and the region. So I do hope that that communication continues. And look, it's incredibly important for us to deal with this Iranian issue, too. It's important to protect Israel, but it's also important
for us,
for our national security. And I'm very concerned about, what the framework agreement says, because it doesn't seem to be consistent with what we had initially been told this would result in, which is, no nuclear weapons. And also, you see, as you hear what the Ayatollahs are saying and what we're saying, it's a very different interpretation.
Senator, nice to see you, sir.
Good to see you, Greta. Thanks for having me on.
And our U.S.